Mal mentioned I used to be an engineer, and I knew I could tell by the awes in the audience. Ooh, engineer! This guy's got to be funny. That's my favorite credit. People, ooh, an engineer. Ooh. Do we have any engineers in the crowd anywhere? Right down front. Harvey Mudd College. You are a serious nerd, my friend. Give me a binary high five. 101. Yes. You both, it's a nerd couple, isn't it? They both have Harvey Mudd College. You guys know the Pomona Colleges? Harvey Mudd's the nerd campus. Their football team has a scorebook, goes to 3 decimal places. Here's their cheer. Here's the Harvey Mudd cheer. Ready? Okay. E to the U, du, dx, e to the x, dy. Cosine, secant, tangent, sine, 3.14159. Binary, octal, decimal, hex. We think math is better than sex. Go team! 101.
Hey there, and welcome to yet another episode of Comedy in Place, the comedy show that comes to you from, you guessed it, my office right here in my home in Southern California. I am engineer comedian Don McMillan. Thank you for joining us today. As you might be able to tell from that opening clip, today's show is all about engineers, because I'm an engineer. My dad was an engineer. Engineers are so underappreciated. The effect engineers have had on the world, there's some great ideas. Without engineers, they would have never become real things. And in support of engineers, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts. I'll just show you right here. It's my Lehigh engineer shirt. See, that's Lehigh. That was our mascot, the engineers. We used to be the fighting engineers of Lehigh. That was our mascot, the engineers. We had, survey equipment. See that? Survey equipment. We had the flattest football field in all of football because we surveyed it. It was perfectly flat. That's what Lehigh brought to football. But now they're the Mountain Hawks. They cheesed out and changed their mascot. But they'll still always be the Lehigh engineers to me. So today, in celebrating engineers, I'm going to show you visually what the world would be like with engineers and without engineers, so you can appreciate the impact that engineers have had on the world. And then at the end, stick around. I have a very special video supporting engineers for tomorrow. We need more engineers in the world to make the world a better place. This is a little, just asking you to give and support Engineers for Tomorrow. Stick around that end. I think you'll enjoy it, so stick around for that. But let's get to today's Comedy in Place bit, which I prepared some slides because I always do. People know me. I always have PowerPoint slides. So here we go. Now, I'm going to show you visually the world with engineers and without engineers. So we'll go to my slides right now. There we go. And the first one, people don't realize the impact that engineers have had on dentistry. Okay, now you go to the dentist now, everything, and there's an incredibly high-tech equipment. They have computers that look at your teeth, and they look inside your teeth, and it's pain. I can go to sleep at the dentist now. The old days, you were lucky to survive a visit to the dentist, okay? Really, seriously, if you had a toothache, you're going, oh my God, I don't want to go to the dentist. It's more painful than I'm not going to make it. And for me, personally, as a kid, oh my God, nowadays, they have braces, right? The Invisalign braces. Me, I had the headset on, okay? I had metal everywhere. I look enough like Frankenstein. I didn't need headgear to add to my Frankenstein-like appearance. So thank you, engineers, for fixing and making dentistry palatable, okay? I still don't like going to the dentist, but thank you, engineers, for making it that much better. Let's look at cell phones. Look, the cell phones today are amazing. Look, this is a prototype of one of the newest cell phones. You know what a cell phone would have been without engineers? They thought of the phone. Alexander Graham Bell thought of the phone, but without engineers, it wouldn't have become practical. It would have looked a lot like that. That would have been a cell phone, okay? But walking around with these big devices, engineers made it portable and manufacturable. Engineers, okay, the BlackBerry, an amazing phone. You know what? Without engineers, you know what a BlackBerry would have been? It still would have been a fruit. For a few years, it wasn't a fruit. It was a really cool device that everybody wanted with a little keyboard. I love my BlackBerry. But for a while, it was a fruit. Thank you, engineers, for a while giving us BlackBerry as the device. With engineers, prosthetics. Amazing. The hands now and the feet. People are living full lives. You know what it would have been without engineers and what products? We would have looked like pirates. People would have looked like pirates. They would have had the hook and the peg leg. Engineers brought life to people who needed prosthetics. Thank you, engineers. Go hug an engineer right now. Actually, if you see an engineer, walk up and hug him or her. They won't like it, but let them know you appreciate what engineers do. With engineers, there's tablets. Without engineers, Moses, those would have been the tablets we had. We couldn't watch TV shows on the tablets. In fact, I think if Moses was around today, he'd come down with 2 Microsoft Surfaces. That's what he did. 2 Microsoft Surfaces with all the commandments on them. It would have been a lot more than 10 because they'd have a lot more memory. Okay. And then finally, with engineers, that's a child car seat. I guarantee, because I know how people fix things now and make it better, without engineers, that would be a child car seat. Duct tape, baby. They would have just duct taped the kids in the back. You would be safe, kid. I duct taped you in really good. Trust me, duct tape is used for everything. That's what it would be without engineers. So thank you, engineers, for making the world a safer, better place. Like I said, go hug an engineer today. And with that, I'm going to wrap up today's show, but stick around. There's a very special message. This is a video I made several years ago for the Engineers Club. They were raising money for engineering scholarships. They wanted people to give so we'd have more engineers to make the future a better place. So here's a little public service, a little plea for you, a little asking you to give for engineers for tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, keep laughing, and please give for engineers for tomorrow.
Hi, I'm engineer comedian Don McMillan, and today I want to talk about a serious subject. One that, frankly, most people don't want to face. I'm talking about bad engineering. Too often today, I see examples of faulty design, poor construction, ill-thought-out solutions, and frankly, just bad ideas. And the saddest part about this senseless and ineffective work is that it could have been easily avoided if we just had more engineers. America desperately needs more engineers if we're going to face the tough challenges of the 21st century. That's why the Engineers Club Foundation was formed. So please give, and hopefully someday we won't ever see engineering like this again. Or this. Or this. Or even this. Bad engineering doesn't help anyone. Please give. And have an efficient day.